Hi everyone, my name is Katlyn Woods. I am a community mental health worker and therapist in early childhood mental health at OhioGuidestone. I am here today to talk to you guys a little bit more about the protective factor you heard about in the last video, knowledge of parenting and child development. I think with this protective factor, it's really important to start out reminding everybody that there's no such thing as the perfect parent. As a protective factor, knowledge of parenting and child development means using information about parental behaviors and child development to strengthen the relationship between you and your child. I wanted to talk a little bit about discipline. A lot of people are doing at-home schooling, and it's a really challenging time for a lot of us. So what I would really recommend first and foremost is consistency and structure. So one thing you can do is get your child or your children and sit down and together come up with a list of house rules. Using pictures, even the kids can draw it themselves. For those who can't read yet, are really helpful on these lists of house rules to help them remember. And then having a consistent consequence when these house rules are broken. I suggest using timeout. Timeout when it's threatened and not followed through with, or it's overused, becomes a little bit less effective with our children. So we want to make sure that this is the consequence that is used only when these house rules are broken. Maybe have a specific spot that you use for timeout. You can even call it something like the calm down corner. It's when the child needs to calm down. They're acting unsafely, they're breaking house rules. It's time to calm down. And you want to make sure you are using 1 minute in timeout for every year that they have been alive. So a 3-year-old would be 3 minutes, 5-year-old 5 minutes, and it keeps going like that. Your children will continue to do the things they're getting attention for. So you also want to make sure that you are praising the good things that you see your children doing. If they are playing nicely with their siblings, if they're following house rules, recognize that and say, I see you and you're doing awesome. Giving a high five, calling them a superstar, all those things. They will want to keep getting that positive attention. Different activities that you can use to create little happy, joyful moments with your child. You can use these in transitional period with nap time, bedtime, power struggles, things like that. So a good one to use for bedtime or nap time, or when it's time to be calm, is what I call the burrito. So you're just going to lay out a blanket for your child, and if you notice I'm on the ground, whenever you're playing with your child, getting down on their level is one of the best things you can do. So you're going to lay out the blanket and then have your child lay on the blanket the long way, and you're going to instruct them to tell you just anything that they want on their burrito. Whatever they say, you sprinkle it on there, and then when they say they're done, you take the sides of the blanket and you wrap them up and then you eat them. So you're going to kind of massage them and make sounds like you're eating them. It's just meant to be silly and to have you guys connect and make a little joyful moment in the day for you. And then the other joyful activity I wanted to mention is called hot chocolate. So this is a good activity to use if there is a power struggle, if your child is not getting their way and they're upset about it, and say, ooh, too hot, and blow on their neck and their face to cool them down. You might want to tap on their forehead and pretend like you're putting marshmallows on there, and then ask your child, can I touch you yet? Have you cooled down? And they might say yes or no, and when they finally say yes, that is your opportunity to wrap your child in a hug, give them a kiss, and try and flip their mood. The last joyful activity I wanted to mention is called Director. In this activity, you're going to instruct your child to yell out directions to you, like be happy, be sad, be angry, be tired, these different emotions. And you're going to show them what it looks like. You're going to show them happy or sad or angry. And it not only gives them a chance to be in charge of something, but it also gives you a chance to teach them what different emotions look like. So they're able to better understand emotions when they see them or feel them. I think it's important to remember that all children can react to these changes and differences differently. Things like depression and anxiety can look completely different in two different children. In one child, it might look like hyperactive, can't sit still, running around the house. And in another child, it can look like not being able to get out of bed and being really tired, or aggravated by little things. Being consistent with daily schedules is really important here. Keep bedtimes the same as before this started. Keep rules and boundaries all the same as before this started. Again, all these things will help reduce your child's anxiety about things that are going on right now. And at the end of the day, your child just wants to know that they're safe. So reminding them of that will also help reduce the anxiety they may be feeling. And then before I say goodbye, again, I want to mention that if you are feeling overwhelmed right now with your child's behaviors or your own reactions to what's going on right now with coronavirus, please don't hesitate to reach out and call. If you even just have any questions, you can go ahead and call 440-260-8300.